Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the look I'll be wearing for Christmas. So it'll give you either an option for Christmas Day if you like to be a little more adult up, or even a Christmas party if that's more your thing. So I'm going to show you one way what I'm going to wear for Christmas Day when I'm like just hanging out at home with my immediate family, just my mom, my dad, my husband, and my sisters. And I'll also show you what I'm going to do for more like the Christmas dinner time when I go and I see more of my family and whatnot. So if you'd like to see kind of my Christmas Day or like holiday party, then just keep watching. Alright, so we're going to start out using the Saucebox Etude palette, and we're using a large fluff brush by Sigma Beauty, and we're just going to put Snowflake all over our lid as a base shadow. My eyes are already primed. Use a base shadow that's matte and anything close to your skin tone, and just apply that all over. Now we're taking a little bit of MAC Mylar and just applying that to our lids, just so it's not all just flat matte. We want a little bit of that satin just to add a little more depth to our eyes. If you don't have something like this, you can just use the matte, whatever. And I'm just going to highlight with that while we're at it, just because, you know, it's already on a brush, so that'll make it easy. Now I'm going to go into Cream Dream, and I'm using a Hourglass J552, and we're just going to run that in our crease, and then we're going to blend it upward. We just want to add a little more depth to the eye area since the eyes are going to be pretty simple. I'm bringing this kind of to a little bit of a point. Now I'm going in with the same color, and I'm just running that under the lash line, just again to add a little bit of depth. Now I'm going into Caramel with that same brush, and we're going to use that just kind of in the outer half of the crease. And as you can see, I'm kind of pulling it slightly down to my lid just so it's super diffused, but we get a little bit more warmth. So just kind of pull it down and then add a little bit more in the outer corner, and just make sure you're blending really well. We want this really nice and soft and diffused. So I'm going in with a little more of the caramel color on an E32 by Sigma and just doing it on the outer third. Now we're using a little bit of Biscotti, also from the Etude palette, and we're doing that just kind of in the outer V, and I'm using that E32 brush again just to apply, and we're going to blend with a different brush. So use whatever blending brush you like, it's not really important, and just diffuse that color really well. You don't want to blend it out too far since we still want that little more definition, but we don't want any harsh lines for this look until we, you know, put on eyeliner. So blend that out real well. Now I'm grabbing the Brow Duality, and that's by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm using the sand color. And we're really going to highlight the inner corner of our eyes. So we're going to start with that just kind of on the tear duct area and upward slightly. And now I'm going in with a E32 that's clean and just blending that. You could also use your fingers. So now I'm going in with a MAC 239, and I'm taking Saucebox Rain, and we're going to just super highlight our inner corner. This is kind of going to be a little more festive, a little more bright-eyed. I mean, we're thinking like a highlight that Jay Kissa is going to love. So now grab whatever eyeliner you want. I'm going to do wing liner. You could just line your eyes. You could leave it alone. This is kind of up to you. I'm going to line my eyes, do a little bit of wing action here. And I'm using the Kat Von D Trooper liner. Because again, this is Christmas morning. We like want to go eat breakfast and drink our coffee. So we want to do something that's a little more quicker and easy. Now you also just want to line the inner waterline with a flesh tone. I'm using the NYX Wonder Pencil and tight line on the top. Now you want to curl your lashes, especially since this first look is going to be without false lashes for kind of the Christmas morning. So make sure you give those a good curl and make sure to do quite a bit of mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Full and Soft here because I want a kind of like wispy, fluttery look, rather than like overly voluminous, just because I am going to put on lashes later, but whatever mascara you like. I'm going in with the Extended Play by MAC because that's my favorite bottom lash mascara. Now we're grabbing a little bit of the Ambient Lighting Powder by Hourglass. I'm just using this as a finishing powder just to give us a little more of a satin finish to our skin, but that is up to you. Go for a finishing powder, or if you're wearing a more dewy foundation, just, you know, leave it alone. I'm going to add a little more definition to my face with the Anastasia contour powder in Fawn, and I'm using the Chiseler brush from Hair and Makeup Addiction, And I'm just kind of hitting the main points of my face that I want a little more definition. A little bit on my forehead, my cheekbones, and along my jawline. So feel free to contour where you'd like or skip it entirely. It's up to you. So now I'm going to go in with Benefit Rockatour blush, which is just this pretty, very sheer rose gold. And it gives you kind of that natural flush. And I'm using the blusher brush by Hair and Makeup Addiction, and we're applying that mostly to the apples of our cheekbones, just so we have a really natural flush. Now I'm going in with Lightscapade by MAC because I want kind of intense highlighted look on the inner corner and our cheekbones today. So, and I'm using a tapered highlighter by Sigma, and I'm just going to run it down my nose and then hit the Cupid's bow. And now I'm going in with a Bite Beauty BB lip balm. Any tinted lip balm would do. Or you can just, use normal lip balm because this is going to be my daytime look. So this is perfect for, Christmas morning. So now we're going to amp it up a little bit. We're adding some carousel lashes. These are in the style Iris. These are my favorite and they're dying, so I'm really sad about it. I've worn them a ton. So now we're also switching over to nighttime again. So we're also going to take off that tinted lip balm, and I'm just using Q-tip to do that. Now I'm going to go in with that same brow duality in the color Sand, and we're just going to hit the Cupid's bow. Now we're going to add some red lips. You could definitely go for a different color if red isn't your thing, but I just thought red with the really highlighted eyes was fitting for kind of Christmas night. I'm going to go for a really long wear lip color because this is something that you might be eating through or at least having snacks or whatever. So I'm going to go with the Stila Stay All Day, and this is in the color Beso. So we're going to just apply that. Since it's Christmas, you might be seeing your grandmother. Probably going to keep it a little more within the lines of my natural lips than normal, but that's up to you. Whenever I use liquid lipsticks, I like to apply them kind of sloppily first with the doe foot, and then I always use a brush to just kind of perfect the line. I find that's the easiest, and then I look straight ahead, as you can see I'm doing here, and making sure all my lines are clean. And the lashes and red lips are going to finish off my kind of transitioning to nighttime of my Christmas Day makeup. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was a little more of a simple look. Let me know your thoughts and comments, or maybe what you're going to be wearing for Christmas. Or how about let me know, do you just sit in your pajamas all day on Christmas and barely take a shower, or do you like to be a little more dressed up? Personally, I usually am a little more dressed up because there's gonna be photos and whatnot, and I just enjoy being a little more dolled up on the day-to-day. So let me know what your thoughts on that are. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That super helps me out. And you can also follow me in my other forms of social media if you want to keep up with the makeup looks I'm doing and other things. Those will be at the end of the video, as well as at the down box below. And also I'm doing 12 days of Vlogmas. They're not all vlogs, but I am having other videos on my second channel. That is youtube.com/rkshores. So no MUA, just my name. So I will also link that in the down box below, and I'll have that somewhere you can click on the screen. I hope to see you guys again soon.